right, looking at number 2, let's start with our story. Kennedy used the fraction strips shown below to help her find the sum of 1/2 and 2/6. So the first thing that I want to observe is the words fraction strips, and we do not have those fraction strips here because we are going to draw our own fraction strips. That's what you're going to be expected to do if you want to draw a picture. So the first thing that I'm thinking about is, what is 1/2 going to look like, and what is 2/6 going to look like? And I'm also going to observe the word sum. So I want you to think in your head and think back to your notes and our vocabulary as to what the word sum means. That's right, sum means add. So we're going to take 1/2 and we're going to put it with the fraction 2/6. So I'm going to draw a picture, and I'm actually going to draw 2 rectangles that are the same size. So there's my first rectangle. I'm going to draw my second rectangle right underneath. And really, what are these? These are unit bars. And I'm going to cut my first one in half. So I'm going to kind of eyeball it and cut it in half. And boys and girls, please make sure that you're using pencil for this activity because we have more fractions to solve on the back. So there's 1/2 of my model. I'm going to label that 1/2. The next model I want to cut into 6 equal pieces because my denominator is 6. So the easiest way to do that is to first cut it in half and then cut each half into 3 equal parts, which means I need 2 more equal cuts. So I need 2 equal cuts on this side of the half, and I need 2 equal cuts on the other side of the half. So that will give me 6 equal pieces. And I want to shade 2 of the 6 pieces. So I'm going to, there's 1/6, and there's 2/6. Now what I want to do is I want to think about an easy estimate, because we did talk about estimating last week, and I want to make sure that when I find my answer, that my answer is reasonable. So when I look at 1/2, obviously it's a half, and when I think about 2/6, I think about, well, that's almost another half that we're putting with that. So my answer should be pretty close to 1 whole, because a half plus a half is about 1 whole. So when I get my answer, I need to think about, is this answer close to 1/2? The next thing that I want to do is I want to drop down, and I'm going to go ahead and look at my fractions. I have 1/2 and I have 2/6, and I cannot put these together because we have unlike denominators. And when we have unlike denominators, we can't call this 6, or we can't call this halves, and we can't call this 6. So, and we can't come up with some kind of combination of the 2. So we have to think about making them each have, either they both have to be halves or they both have to be 6. And the best thing to do is to take your smaller denominator name and try to see if you can turn it into your larger denominator name, renaming it. So right now, I'm going to make an EFT, and I'm going to use this line down here kind of as my space for thinking, and I'm going to start by making an EFT for 1/2. And I'm going to count by ones on the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to count by 2s on the bottom. 2, 4, 6, 8. And I'm looking to see if I can count to the denominator of 6. And right away, I see that we have 3/6. So a new name for 1/2 would be 3/6. So I'm going to start by writing 1/2 plus 2/6. My new name for 1/2 would be 3/6. I'm going to write it right underneath. I'm still going to be putting that with 2/6. And if I have 3 plus 2, I'm going to get the answer 5. And of course these are sixths now, so my answer is 5/6. And when I think about 5/6, I think, gosh, that is so close to 1 whole. I'm only 1 away to having that wonderful 1. So is 5/6 pretty close to our estimate of 1 whole? And yes, it is. So this is a reasonable answer. Please make sure that your work is matching mine, and I will see you back for problem number 3.